Hi and welcome to War HQ. My name is Lucius. Today what I'm doing is not so much an unboxing, it's more of a product review. Recently I picked up these Chaos Space Marines from Warhammer. I'd been putting it off for a while because of the price tag. Here in Australia these things go for, I think it's $96 or $98 Australian, which is really expensive. When you consider that you can get like a box of Orc Boys for $48 or a Tower Pathfinder squad for $48 as well. This is double the price. So, but I finally bit the bullet and thought I'd give it a look. And what I wanted to do today was just give you a bit of a rundown and then show you how I built this box into a usable kill team and what options I used and what I think about the product itself. Because what I will say about this, just first up, is this is probably one of the nicer kits I've put together. I've put together quite a lot. I own 10 kill teams. I've been miniature wargaming for over 30 years. So I've got to say this one I rate really highly. It's it's really a marvel what they've managed to achieve, and I can sort of see after constructing this why it might be a little bit more expensive. Each of the models has basically 10 to 15 parts. It has all heavy weapon upgrades for, the Chaos Space Marines, and plus a few options for aspiring champions as well. So I'll go through how I use this box set for my kill team that I'm starting with it. So let's have a bit of a look at what we've got here. So kill team, obviously with Chaos Space Marines, I'm never going to get a 10 model sort of force out of it just with Chaos Space Marines. So what you want to really think about is how can I use the models in this box, the variants that exist, to really maximize what I can use in kill team. What I did with this is fairly simple. I started with my aspiring champion and I dedicated 2 models to it. So the first model, what I wanted to do was give 2 options. So if you have a look at the first one, and you can see these are beautiful sculpts, really. They really capture what we're looking for with Chaos Space Marines. If you have a look, so this one I've given is kind of my more elite option for a leader, and he has a plasma pistol and a power glove. You have a bit of a look there. It's quite nice. The second option I gave for an aspiring champion, you can have a look here. This guy has a power axe and just a normal bolt pistol. He also has this chaos icon, which is, you could either take it as that or just leave it as, something that's on the model. Quite a, really nice model. Like if you can see the details that exist in that, it's pretty amazing. The variants that you can get in these is really good too. So with the kill team, having the 2 aspiring champions and the 2 options just gives me a little bit of customization with my ability within the kill team for what I want. If I need a few points extra, I can always downgrade to the power axe, and he's a little bit cheaper. Now heavy weapons, this is really important. This is sort of the hardest thing to get with most lists, but thankfully this box has options for it, and it has 5 heavy weapons. Now I've used 4 here, being the missile launcher, the heavy bolter, the flamer, and the plasma gun. So why I haven't, the 5th option is the melter gun. I think it's a little bit overpowered and it's a single shot gun, and I prefer these over it unless you were going against something you knew had really strong models or something. But again, just have a quick look at these. Missile launcher is pretty amazing. And have a look on the back here. There's a lot of detail in it. Look at all these missiles hanging off his back. This is a really good addition. It's pretty expensive, but it's good. Now, the heavy bolter. It looks pretty mean. But a really good model again. A lot of attention to detail, extra magazines up on his back here. Okay. We have the flamer. I really like the look of this one. Come out pretty cool. He's got like a marine head up here. He's got his flamer, look at his shoulder pads, a lot of detail, really cool. And then the fourth option I took was the plasma gun, and you can see here, pretty cool. Probably the smaller of the guns, but useful. I never personally use them overcharged because I have very bad dice luck. So what I thought here with the Kill Team, so as you can see, I've already used 6 models out of the 10, and this gives me a really good option. I've got 2 liters as options. Now, if you know anything about this, these two, one heavy gunner in your team can be one of these two, or it can be an auto cannon, which isn't included in the kit, and then the other heavy gunner can be either these two or the melter gun. So you've got 3 options for each gunner. Now, you can't have 2 of any of them. You've just got 3 options for each. So that's what I went with there. And you can see here, I just really like this model, how it is, like he's holding this belt-fed sort of bolt gun here. I mean, bolt guns are useless. I mean, I don't really like them myself. But I mean, that's a really cool model. I couldn't knock that one back. So I thought, just one bolter model isn't going to kill me. And the main sort of troop focus in my force here is the close combat variant. So you can see here, all of these guys are packing chainswords and bolt pistols. Yeah, so again, really nice models. And I've gone with 3 of these. So you can see that I've gone very heavy on, heavy choices, and used a couple of slots for aspiring champions too. But really, in any force list, if you're going to be using cultists as well, or you're going to pack a Terminator or something, you're not really going to get any more than this. I mean, I've got like 4 standard troops, 4 heavies, 2 champions out of that box of 10. So for Kill Team, I think this is a pretty optimal build. I mean, you could, for example, like one of these, like say the plasma gun, you really could magnetize the arms and have it interchangeable with the melter gun. But I had enough bodies here, and Kill Team doesn't use a lot of models in elite teams like this, so it really gave me enough options, I thought, to make it work. So as I was saying before, the actual building was a pleasure, I thought, like of these models. The precision that they have with how everything slots together. I mean, there were a lot of parts, so it did take me quite a lot of time. But if you look at that, you've got a solid Kill Team right there, straight from the box, and easily, expandable with Chaos Cultists or a single Terminator, or however you want to flavour this team. I mean, if you go Khorne, you could go, a Berserker or 2. Personally, I'm going to go Slaanesh. No one seems to do it. It seems to be the weaker option because it doesn't have any special rules for Slaanesh at the moment for Heratic Astartes. But if you have a look over here, and I'll do another model thing on this at a later date, I do have this Noise Marine, and I got him as a Christmas present. And it's just an amazing model. I mean, totally cool. This reminds me of, the original Noise Marine model that came out, I think it was in the early 90s, when I was a bit younger. Always inspired me, thought, man, that is so cool. Always been into heavy metal. Thought this guy really summed it up. It's got that sort of, like, modernly that Mad Max vibe of, you can see him, this dude on the Mad Max car, playing his heavy metal. But I was going to sub this in as a auto cannon for this list, so that would give me, that would be one selection there. I could take either one of those, or I could use it as a leader as well. So as Kill Team doesn't currently have any Noise Marine rules, but I think maybe in the campaign games, that I do, or anything sort of, non-match play kind of, I think what we'll do in the future is just sub this in, or even just make my own Noise Marine rules based off the 40k, because this is just such a colourful, awesome unit that I think, why not? They're really cool. This will be a pretty colourful kind of team when I paint it too. I'm going to put quite a bit of effort into it. But that's just my thoughts on this Chaos set. I think it's very expensive if you're in Australia, as I said, like $96. I ummed about it for ages, and ended up just doing it because it was, I just really love these models, and now actually building them, I think, they're a pleasure to build. Like, as a modeler, I think they're just amazing. So I really recommend it highly if you've got the cash. Otherwise, search those auction and eBay sites. But a lot of them are the older sculpts. This is the new ones, and I've got to say they're awesome. So yeah, thought I'd just share that with you guys. And just for now, this is War HQ, and we're signing out.